We're live. We're live. We are live. It's gonna be interesting. It is going to be interesting. Alright, people should join me. Happy New Year. How's everybody doing? Tap your screen. Tap your screen and share the live. It's about to get down. For those of you who have been following me, those of you who have been interacting with me, you know that I said that I was going to be coming live today. A global ambassador. Your influence is so powerful. You know, go fall. Thank you so much, ethical man. I appreciate. And we're just getting started. Man, I'm really so excited about this year. This year, man, we're gonna make real men and real women. 2023, guy. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Please tap the screen, share the live. I want at least 10 people to be on this live before I kickstart the conversation. Join me. Let's kick off the conversation. Let's kick off the conversation. 2023 is here. The much awaited 2023 is here. Kindly tap your screen and kindly share the live. So in a few seconds I'm gonna be unveiling the agenda. What we're going to be doing in the next couple of months. Those who know me know that I always come with a plan. I always like to demonstrate. I always like to lead by example. So welcome. This is 10:07 Nigerian time. That is 10 a.m. 10:07 GMT plus 1. Welcome. I don't want to start without having some good numbers, even though I know it's the first one. Share this live, and also tap power tap your screen. If there's any live that you should be power tapping, is this live? So yeah, for those of you who are just joining, welcome to my live. My name is Seun Ambassador, and I'm Africa's first holistic entrepreneurship coach and a peak performance consultant. I'm also a real estate asset portfolio builder. But I've decided that from today, I came on TikTok. I came on TikTok in 2019, but because I didn't understand the way the algorithm works, I felt TikTok was for people who just want to while away their time. So I uninstalled the app. Then, sometime last year, 12th of August 2022, I realized that I've been leaving a lot on the table by not taking advantage of TikTok. So 12th of August, I reinstalled the app on my phone and I began to use TikTok again. And from then till now, it's been phenomenal. The kind of people I've met on TikTok, the kind of conversation I've been involved in. Courageous says, "Oh, this your English is so scary." No, don't be scared. Don't be scared. I mean, if it's Yoruba, you can speak. I mean, you're free to speak it here. If it's Igbo, you can speak. You're free to speak it here. It's gonna be a phenomenal ride, right? The TikTok live. Hey, Mr. Femi Jubal, thank you for joining. I'm gonna be giving you Tuali very soon. Yeah, I know you're just joking. So, we're gonna be having this TikTok live 3 times a week, for 44 weeks, right? For 44 weeks. Sundays are gonna be dedicated to spirituality, soul development, anything that has to do with spirituality, your body, your mind. We're going to be talking sexuality, everything around your soul, your body, your mind. That's what we're going to be talking about on Sundays, right? And then on Wednesdays, we're going to be talking about personal development, business and entrepreneurship, establishments and growth, right? So every Wednesday is dedicated to personal development, business growth, entrepreneurship growth or entrepreneurial growth. You work a 9 to 5, corporate development as well, right? So everything that has to do with developing yourself, developing your capacity, your competency, everything that has to do with you making money, basically, is what Wednesdays will be dedicated to. And then Fridays will be exclusively dedicated to investing. A lot of people don't know nothing about investing, right? A lot of people assume that the only people that should be thinking about investing are folks who came from rich family. And it's not necessarily so. It's not necessarily so. You don't necessarily have to come from a rich family before you start, paying attention to investing. And there is no way you're going to be wealthy, most especially in a capitalistic environment, most especially in this capitalistic world that we currently live in, without paying proper attention to investing. So Sundays will be dedicated to your soul, body, mind, right, and spirit, everything in between. And then Wednesdays will be dedicated to personal development, in the area of corporate, being a corporate employee, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, being a CEO, whatever, right? And then Fridays will be dedicated to investing. Now, quickly, I want to give honor to whom honor is due, right? When I came on TikTok in August, August 2022, when I decided that I wanted to take TikTok seriously. there are certain people whose content, whose content, you know, I got drawn to their content, right? And the first on the list is Femi Jubal. You know, Femi Jubal is a real estate guru, is a business development coach and consultant, is a mentor to high net worth individuals, and his content on TikTok, you know, I was really, really impressed with his content. And, you know, right from when I came on TikTok, I began to follow him. I began to engage with him. And we've done a couple of things, you know, at the back end. We've had conversations at the back end. Another person whose content or whose community is impressive is Iyaban. Iyaban is a Sudanese based in Australia, and she's an ancientologist, right? And she's a plant-based advocate. And her content, her community is impressive. Another person is Barista Rita, right? She's a relationship expert. She offers holistic advice to both men and women. You know, she's someone whose content really, really drew me. Another person is Mama Africa. Mama Africa is all in on, you know, your African heritage, becoming awakened, becoming acquainted with your African heritage, right? Mama Africa is one person who I respect as well. Another person is Kronos Roa. He's a Cameroonian based in the UK, and that brother is spiritual, right? Authentic spiritual. Another person is Aku Wellness TikTok. She's a Togolese based in Washington, D.C., in America. She's a coach. She helps people register their LLC in the U.S. She has a fitness coaching program. She has a dance academy, and you know she's more or less like an herbalist in the making, right? Another person is DJ Grace. DJ Grace is a Jamaican based in the UK. She's a DJ, and she's astute. She plays, you know, old school music and all of that. She does it live on TikTok. She's amazing. Another person is Nkayezi. I think Nkayezi is South African, based in South Africa. I'm not really sure, but she's one sister who is out there, who is really, really equipping young Africans with their African heritage, their authentic African heritage. Another person is Bantu Woman. Bantu Woman is a South African based in South Africa, and she's a Bantu woman, right? And she's a conscious woman. She's someone who is worth following as well. Another person is Mazi KOK. You know, that's the veteran Nollywood actor, Chief Kanayo Kanayo. He's a TikTok influencer as well. He's doing a great job, right? When other Nollywood, you know, actors and actresses are busy just doing all kinds of things I don't want to talk about, he is busy awakening discipline and responsibility in young Nigerians and young Africans, you know, across boards, right? You know, Chief Kana is someone too I follow and I connect with. Another person is Nikki Solomon. Nikki Solomon is a Nigerian based in the UK. She's been based in the UK for the past 20 years, and she basically comes live every now and then to sensitize people who want to relocate to the UK, right? She makes sure that they don't get duped by con artists, right? So another person is Cess TV. Cess TV is Jamaican, based in the US. You know, it's a podcast platform where people come to have all kinds of discussions. Then somebody I just met recently, Kuni Baje Baby, I met him through Femi Jubal. Mr. Jaye is someone that I'm trying to do something with in 2023. Is one brother who is amazing. He's street conscious. Is an entrepreneur. Is an entrepreneur in the music industry, in the entertainment industry. Is amazing. And then, last but not the least, is King Oziegbe. So I thought to give honor to whom honor is due, right? So yeah, we're going to be having a series of conversations. Today is exclusively dedicated to all things. Today's introduction, okay? All things soul, consciousness, soul empowerment, spirituality. So we're not going to zero in on any particular topic right now. But this is the first day of 2023. I want us to have a conversation around our centeredness. How centered are we to power 2023? How centered are we to power 2023? Welcome everybody. Welcome to my first TikTok live. This is going to be first of many. Actually, I'm set to have 133 lives. 133 lives, right? 44 Sundays, 44 Wednesdays, 44 Fridays, right? And all the different days will be dedicated to the 3 different things I talked about. Sundays will be dedicated to all things spirituality, all things soul empowerment, soul consciousness, all things sexuality, all things mental consciousness, emotional consciousness, soul, body, mind, spirit, right? And sexuality. And then Wednesdays will be dedicated to all things money making, whether as a 9-to-5er, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. And then Friday will be dedicated to investing. So yeah, so welcome everybody. Kindly share this live. And one thing I want to say is that I'm not a coward, okay? And I'm someone who, if I say I want to do something, I'm committed to it. I commit to it, right? I've been doing that before 2023. 2023 is not going to be any different, right? So today, I want to talk about healing from traumas, transgenerational traumas. But before I say that, I want to ask if, for those of us here right now, do you have a roadmap? Have you designed a roadmap for 2023? Because I know a lot of people went for 31st night. Yeah, yesterday, right? They went for 31st night, and all kinds of prophecies will have been given right now. 2023 is a year of whatever it is. Year of prosperity, year of completeness, whatever it is, right? The same way in January 1st, the same way they went for crossover on the 31st of December 2021, and then the moment it was 12 midnight, they made whatever pronouncement, whatever prophecy, and then 31st December 2022, nothing happened. Because it is not the prophecy per se that anybody prophesies into your life that would command the trajectory of your life. It is the prophecy that you as an individual prophesy into your life. And it's not just by prophetic utterance, right? It's not just by what you say, what you profess with your mouth. It is what you design. It is the framework you are able to proactively design to serve as the compass for chaperoning your path through 2023, for navigating your path through 2023, right? So it's pretty important that we mention that. If you don't have a framework already developed, see, I began to plan for 2023 since 1st of November 2022. 2023 didn't just happen to me. 2023 didn't just happen to me. I began to plan for 2023 since 1st of November 2023. See, the things I have planned for 2023 is powerful. or should I say, are powerful because it's not just one thing. Thank you for the gift, Madam Uche. Mr. Femi, I think I would like you to do me the honor of coming live. Um, Madam Uche as well, I would like you to do me the honor of coming live and we can kick off this conversation. You guys are phenomenal people. I've never been on, Uche's live, but, Uche is one of the phenomenal people I've met on different lives as well. Okay, somebody is requesting. Okay, Uche is requesting. Yeah, Uche says, I start a new year from October 1st. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I end my year on October 31st and I start my own year. I start preparing for the incoming year from 1st of November. That's why I'm only going to come live from now till end of October. From 1st of November, I'm not going to come live. I will come live on other people's live sessions, but I'm not going to come live on my own account from 1st of November to 31st of December. I'm only going to come live on the first Sunday of January 2024. So this is going to be, a 10-month ride. Every year it's going to be a 10-month ride. I want to be dedicated. I'm going to dedicate myself. I am dedicating myself to the individuals who want to achieve better results this year, who wants to expand their coast this year. There is no mystery to these things. Okay, Uche says,
Hi.
um, yeah, yeah. Welcome, 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 Uche. Welcome.
Happy New
Uche says,
Year.
yeah, happy New Year to you too.
So
Uche says, I
I'm
start a
just
new
good.
year from October 1st. That's because it's my month of revaluation. I woke up by 4 a.m. and had a little monologue on Twitter for 2 hours. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So welcome, Uche. Welcome. It's an honor to have you here. It's an honor to have you here. So unmute yourself, please.
I have, haven't I?
Okay, yeah, yeah, you have.
I
Initially,
have.
it
Can
was
you
through
hear
me.
me?
Yeah. So please, introduce yourself to whoever is
I'm
listening
still, I'm
right now.
still. All right. So, I'm Juliucci, right? And I'm a very crazy human being. I'm not normal. I'm not a conventional type. I don't work with stereotype standards. I don't work with popular opinions. That's just a brief introduction of who I am. So I have designed my life and my message based on the things that I've experienced and how I have won my battles. So
Beautiful.
it's very important that we also become very self-aware because see the truth is that there is no level of sense you're going to make to yourself or even the world if you don't understand what self-awareness means. Like that is the number one goal. So I did something very strange this morning. It wasn't strange anyway. I was in a conscious community and we're talking about mental health. We're talking about poetry. We're talking about arts. I think that was on the 31st. No, that was on the 30th, right? And I made a decision instantly because I shared some very interesting notes on my journal in that space. And so I was like, okay, you guys, I don't get motivated to do things. I do things because I'm intentional about it. But I got motivated that day to just start a community. So I decided to start a Twitter space from January 1st. I'm just going to go there and rant. And the rants will be irrespective of whether people are there or not. And today I talked about the arts and science of happiness because I believe that that is now my new mantra. Away from all the worldly shenanigans, away from marketing, money making, and all those type of things. I believe that the first thing people should start looking forward to doing now is to be very conscious about the things that they use to build their happiness. And in that monologue, it was quite interesting because I set it for 4 a.m and I had like 2, 3 hours of ranting, monologue. It was like soliloquy. I was just being dramatic. I was talking to myself as if it was a full room. And that I want people to understand that it is actually very, very okay to love silence, to love lone times, to be alone, because that is the only art that would increase your conscious mind. I feel like people get lost today so much with the noise in the crowd, so much with trying to hear people try to push them to take steps, So I just started doing this rant. It was so interesting. I felt so good with myself. I played songs, I read my poem from my journal. Like I was through with it. I felt good. And somebody's going to go and see that Twitter space, and the person will be like, "Oh my gosh, she does not have followers, she does not have fans." Hey, but they would miss the concept of what I shared, because I shared the art of happiness. And in that monologue, one of the things that I said that would help you actually achieve happiness. And people say happiness could be a concept, it could be a gift to yourself, there are different definitions of happiness. But the truth is that the only thing
Hold,
that
hold,
keeps people going.
hold that
Hold
thought.
on, I'm
Hold that.
coming. I
Okay.
I know your brain is
No, no,
always
no, no.
working on a high
1 minute.
frequency.
1 minute. Hold that thought. I wanted to just say that we're going to be joining you on Twitter Space. See, I've abandoned Twitter because
Okay.
Twitter, they have shadow banned me. They have put me in jail tire.
Mm,
So I've abandoned
don't
Twitter because
worry,
so
you have to
but
come back.
anytime you want to go on Twitter Space, just let me know because I would also
All
share it with
right.
because I wouldn't want you alone to be
Okay,
there.
beautiful.
Definitely not. And then I
No,
want
no,
to
no, no,
welcome
no,
my
no, no.
Oga Femi Juba. My Oga Femi Juba.
Femi is here.
Thank you for
Ah,
showing
can
up.
you imagine?
Swale to you. So
You
go
know they
ahead,
hear
please.
in
Go ahead,
voice,
please.
so
He hasn't unmuted himself. Just go ahead, Uche. Go ahead.
okay. So yes, before I say this,
Okay, so
I
Femi
have
Juba says your
there is
audio is reverberating. It
is
says
that
your audio
network
is
problem?
reverberating. But I'm not. It's not
Is
reverberating with
it?
me. Maybe it's to them.
It sounds fine from my end. I don't
Yeah, it
know.
sounds fine from my end
Please
as
let me
well.
get feedback from you guys if it's still that bad. I'd like to know. So, here's what I want to do. I just wanted to do that. I set that time for 4 a.m. because I know people will be sleeping, right? I was very intentional about the first live I wanted to do, because I wanted it to be me introducing people to the concept of happiness, that it has to start from within. It's not because you have kids, it's not because you have money, it's not because you live in a house, it's not because something happened to you. It's because you understand inner peace, right? So I know 31st, most people are not around, they are partying or they're in church or they are sleeping. So I started by 4 a.m. and it was just a conscious act, right? I intend to extend that meetings to be 6 a.m. every single day, maybe till 9. But I don't know, it's going to affect because I actually have more followers from the US. I've not been in Nigerian spaces for a long time because the things that I've been doing have dealt more with them. So, but these were the 5 things I talked about in this little monologue I had with myself. And of course, I know people would listen to it afterwards and probably get 1 or 2 things. And I said the first thing we need to understand is the power of silence. The
Yeah,
power of, at some point, we need to just shut up. We need to
absolutely.
just absorb ourselves with our environment, with ourselves. Just, people call it meditation. You can call it whatever. I just call it just grabbing energy from silence, just empowering yourself with that it's actually okay to keep quiet and keep short and not talk, not
Absolutely.
react. Just be calm and still. And
Absolutely.
I talked about a little about how that has helped me. I talked about the second thing that would actually help people create, because the truth is that we can create happiness. That's the truth.
Absolutely.
We see
Absolutely.
people, we see people that don't have a reason to be happy, but they're happy. So there's something happening. They have wired their brains to just be intentional about their happiness. And then I talked
Absolutely.
about the other thing. I talked about in the silence, learning how to breathe, to just be fine with not achieving anything than just doing the little things. And that little thing can just be you breathing in and out. I don't know, but breath work works for me every time.
Network is very
It
powerful.
works for me every time. Femi, na cough you dey cough, I been a laugh you dey laugh. Which one make I know? So I know how to take attack you.
No attacking in 2023.
No, attacking it. That my style, oh. I'm going to be attacking people this year. My violence has increased to like 100%. There's
No,
no
no, no,
calmness this year.
no, no,
No,
no,
that's how I
no.
want to. That's how I choose to work. Oh. So anybody that is scared of violence, you just start running from this first day of January. So anyways, the third thing I talked about was, having pep talk, having conversations with yourself, you know. Um, just sit down, talk to yourself, even if you're not writing, just be comfortable. Like, because I feel like when you have this me talk, I call it the me talk, where it's a three-in-one talk, me, myself, and I. You're sitting with your head, your brain, your heart, your motives, whatever. You're just sitting down and then you're having a conversation. Is this a good idea? And I actually started understanding, or this I started understanding the inner strength in doing that, because it kind of opens your mind to the thoughts that you've been hiding within you. Sometimes there are some very funny thoughts that are going in your head, but somehow you block it out, you don't let it speak. So that time when you're having that little monologue with yourself, you find out that that word voice in between somewhere is just coming out and saying something, and then you now sit down and have a dialogue and say, okay, should I counter this? Then you have a conversation. Like, people see people who do that as crazy people, but I feel that, when you are doing that on an intentional level, right, when you've not gone to the other level, you're still very intentional and you have that decent talk with yourself. I feel like it reignites this your intuitive mind, because I discovered something about me very late. I discovered that before I do things, my intuitive mind will talk to me, but I need to be very loud. It will tell me do or don't do. But most times, because I have a target or I have something I'm running to achieve, I'll be like, I beg, I'll do that thing that my head is telling me to do. And then at the end of the day, I'll find out that I'll regret taking that decision, because that intuitive mind had spoken, but I had chosen not to listen. It has happened
That
on different
that
occasions,
that that's
you know.
mostly that's mostly because of the way we were raised, right? We were only raised at the level of the five senses. We forget that, we are not aware that the sixth sense, the seventh sense, there is an eighth sense, there is a ninth sense, there is a tenth sense, right?
Exactly.
So we because we've not been proactively raised that way. Religion didn't raise us that way. Conventional schooling didn't raise us that way. Parenting, of course, didn't raise us that way. Of course, media definitely will not raise us that way. So we feel that we need to go in the direction that um, popular parenting or popular raising, if there's anything like that, popular nurturing or popular suggestion.
Mm.
That's why. Because, but that thing is always. There are people that several times they have refused to listen to their intuition, and they always regretted it. Still, they still make that mistake again because
Every time.
there has not been fundamental sensitization, fundamental enlightening or enlightenment in that regard, right? So that's why you find them second guessing their intuition when it is more or less like the most accurate guide that they can have.
Mm.
When you Rex,
Exactly.
good morning, happy New Year. You're welcome.
You're,
You can
you're
join
very
us
right.
live as well. When you Rex, you can join
So,
us live as well. You can join us live. So go
so,
ahead, Uche.
um, so the fourth thing that I talked about in that space of mine was the act of bringing in sound, music, because I feel like music is one of the ways to train your mind, right? To listen to your soul. So bringing in music as the first element into your subconscious mind, kind of elevates your kind creates like a balance, in now helping you water down on what you're thinking about and flowing. And so the kind of music you now choose, so while I was doing that, I was playing different theme songs from like different theme songs that had to do with fear, adventure, thriller, and all those things were different vibrations that were sending signals to me. And then I think the last thing I shared was that in all those things, these elements, this is where you would find the thing that makes you find peace. And when you find peace, you start creating arts. And so I know people would not understand what it means to actually create art, but I actually just started a new channel. This place, because this is my personality highlights, well, it's all about socially criticizing people with personality flaws. So I started this thing I want to start introducing to people, and it's called pop culture. Um, so the science of pop culture is in you decoding your art, in you understand. So maybe you guys are going to be having your lives and you're going to see pop culture pop in there. That is going to be my identity moving forward when it comes to sharing very, very sensitive things when it comes to this mind growth and consciousness. Because I believe that every single trend, every time in the society, we're always moving with the pop culture, we're moving with popular trends, but at the end of the day, we're not creating healthy cultures that will help us strike a balance. For now, for example, there's this thing a lot of millennials, a lot of Gen Zs are suffering, and it's called the FOMO, where you're always scared that you're missing out from recent happenings. If you're not in one event that happened in somewhere, you're like, oh my God, I've missed out. So it's bringing anxiety, it's bringing phobia. For example, when you get into different spaces, especially social media spaces, you see everybody going into what's this thing called? Skit making. Everybody's doing pranks. Like if you're not starting a channel and you don't do pranks, it's as if you
or
don't
they
have
are twerking,
sense.
or they are
That's
they're
those
twerking.
trends. So it now starts bringing in a phobia they're not even aware of, that when you don't become a part of that trend, you're not relevant. So it's kind of helping people just get lost in the mist. I don't
One
know.
of
I
the
think I've been rambling.
one of the major okay, so just hold the thought and let my Oga speak. Mr. Femi, welcome.
So me, self, I know be Oga. I want to be Oga too.
You're my Oga too now. You're my Oga
Yeah,
too.
hey, better. Let's do this like that because this is
Let's use
violence
like
this
that
way.
because this is
You're my
violence.
Oga too. Casey, please, welcome. Mute your mic, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. Mute your mic. Kindly mute your
Yeah,
mic.
good morning, everyone.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. But mute your mic first. Let Femi Jubal go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome.
Happy New Year, Ambassador.
Yes, boss.
Happy New Year, Uche.
Yes, boss.
Yes,
Let me follow the
boss. Let
truth.
me follow the truth.
You're a
It was
trend
such.
creator now.
It
Instead
was
of
such.
trend
It was such.
follower.
It was such an amazing 2022, actually, and
Guys, Happy New Year.
the fact that I was able to connect with people like Ambassador, Uche, Amity, it just made the year and my social media participation worth it.
Go viral.
Go
Use the
viral.
words.
Use the word.
Use the words.
Yeah. So it was amazing because knowing that you have people like you guys in the Nigerian ecosystem who think, like there is no box. You're not thinking outside the box. You're thinking like there is no box. Is just amazing, and that's why I was looking forward to Ambassador going live. I was hoping that let him hit this 1,000, because I remember the other time that
You were
we were having a
instrumental.
discussion.
You were instrumental to the war case.
Yes, so remember a video you posted on forgiveness, and a couple of guys were attacking you, and then you said, "Don't worry, when I get to 1,000, I will explain to you." So I
Exactly.
figured that, yeah, for people like us, we need this. Everything is not about 1 minute video. Sometimes you need to have that extensive conversation around your ideology. And one thing I know about Ambassador's ideology is that his ideologies they are universal. And one of the things that you do to me, let me tell you today, one of the things you do to me is you remind me of a lot of things that I've studied and I've held on to, and I seem to have forgotten. So when you mention them, I remember this guy just said something that I read few years ago, and I used to really believe in this thing. And I told you the other time that my brother is an African traditionalist, and my siblings, they are really really into your content. Like what this guy is saying is real, so I'm really thankful that I was able to connect with authentic people like you, and then to have iron ladies like Uche, who have they have broken all the status quo of a woman should this idea of women are weaker vessel. Uche doesn't represent that at all.
Exactly.
Uche is the kind of woman that she is present wherever she is. She's present, and this is what I've been advocating to a lot of the women around me. Like, you push your weakness forward every time. You are so strong, and yet you push your weakness forward because you are afraid of being referred to as a strong person. But Uche is one of those people that could be role models to young women, that you can show that you are strong. You are not aggressive. You are not violent, but you are a strong woman, and you are not going to pretend that you are not strong. So the society does not feel intimidated, and then you are shrinking so that people don't feel uncomfortable. So it was really, really great to meet people like Uche.
What you're saying
So,
is giving
and
me
I was
giving me good.
so I was looking forward to you going live, and finally it has happened.
Yes,
So I was saying to my brother, like, you're going to go live, and then and because he has traveled, he's not in the country at the moment. So I was asking, okay, whenever you go live, I should let him know. So I let him know that Sundays we don't go to church before. So this your live session will be our Sunday service on Sundays, and I'll do my best to also, like, the other time Uche was talking about community, and what I notice about you guys is you guys don't just preach it, you practice it. You guys have that communal, this approach, community approach to everything. Like, you join my live, you make comments, and that really, really did a lot.
Mr. Femi, every time
Yeah.
that I'm not on TikTok, I'm getting notification. The moment you go live like this,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I join you instantly.
Exactly.
And there are people like that. I'm just seeing Ian Bam here now. Ancient He's someone to who, if I see a live like this, unless maybe I'm not with my phone, maybe I'm having a session, a coaching session or whatever that is not on my smartphone. Except that, but there are certain people that the moment I see their notification, I'm going to join. And you're one of them.
That's quite amazing.
And
That's
guess
a
what?
quite.
There's Ian Queen again. Invite. I just saw her. Hey, I'm like, wow, another power bonding. Oh, she's back. Oh, goodness. 2023 is ready. Hey,
Because
we came ready.
this is like what
It's going to be mega. 2023 is going to be mega.
Wow, greetings everyone.
Ian Ban,
Hey.
welcome.
What
I've
up?
already given honor to everybody here. Before you guys joined, I gave honor to everybody. I gave honor to Mr. Femi. I gave honor to Ian Ban. All the people who have made TikTok worthwhile for me, right? Since I came on TikTok since 12th of August last year. All right, so welcome, Ian Ban. You're gonna have your time to talk. But Mr. Femi, go ahead.
Thank you. So as I was saying, Uche was talking about the community the other time, and then you guys exemplify all these things, because this is like one of the things that is missing in the Nigerian society. We no longer have that community.
In the Black community, it
Yeah,
extends.
we don't have
It's
it.
here.
Like, everybody wants to
Yes.
be a
We
donor.
would
I want to
rather
be.
go and motivate one influential person of,
Exactly.
whatever, just
Exactly.
to prove that we want to promote their work, even if they don't appreciate us, but we forget ourselves.
Exactly. Like, everybody wants to stand alone and do their own thing, but then we have been able to prove that, okay. Like the other time, Ambassador, you duet my videos, you post those things, and I'm like, this is the spirit of Africa. This is the way we have always been as Africans. All these rhetorics they are selling, all these narratives about we Africans not loving ourselves, Africans are divided, they are lies that they have pushed over a period of time.
Propagandas.
Exactly.
When you tell a lie
Propagandas.
repeatedly, it begins to sound like the truth. And that's
Like
why a
the
lot of
truth,
people
exactly.
consciously are living out that Africans don't love themselves. We love ourselves. Caucasians don't promote community better than Africans.
No, they don't.
We are built on that community foundation, that pattern. So I really appreciate all of you guys, and I'm really thankful that Ambassador has started his life finally. So anytime Ambassador is live,
Shake,
you
shake,
can't find the live.
shake.
Many people
Thank
have
you,
been
sir.
waiting for this live, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the love I've gotten so far. I've been shadow banned by all the social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, even LinkedIn. LinkedIn deplatformed me. LinkedIn deleted my accounts, my old account that I've done so much, dedicated so much to, simply because I'm saying some things that violates their narrative, right? So, but I see something about TikTok, even though I know that TikTok is owned by China, but I don't care. What I talk as an engineer, I see the algorithmic engineering of TikTok algorithm, and I see that it encourages content creators. It encourages content creators. Anybody from Jamaica right now can join us. Anybody from Canada right now can join us. Anybody from South Africa right now, from Ghana can join us. But it's not. It's really not like that on the other platforms. There is the algorithmic barrier that is geographically based, right? You have to know that person individually for that barrier to be lifted.
Mm.
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
can be on Facebook for 40 years and some people will never know that you exist. And it's not because what you are
No,
saying does not align with
there's
the ideology, right? But it's basically because
no. It's
they intentionally want to rip people off. TikTok is different. TikTok is wired differently.
yes,
On Facebook,
yes.
for you to know the analytics, you would sweat on Facebook. For you to know your analytics, for you to be able to have access to your analytics, you will sweat. They intentionally eat it. But it's not like that on TikTok. You can easily see, you can measure your progress.
You know,
You can easily see your analytics. You can see your metrics. You can see whether
Sean,
you are
do you know
making
the
progress or not.
difference? Sean, do you know the difference? The difference is that TikTok came in with a concept of community that they are not big on advertising. They're not big on marketing. See, the truth is the concept of TikTok will change from 2023. Watch out. A lot of platforms are moving from ads into subscription moods. Netflix is one of those. Just check out. You're going to see that trend start because TikTok understands the concept of community, of
Exactly.
spreading organic reach for
Exactly.
free.
Exactly.
So and when the reach is organic, this thing is handled by this Chinese brains. They want to be able to challenge the other platforms, so they had to come with something that
Exactly.
would sell to the normal
Exactly.
person. Because
Absolutely.
I grew my account in 2 weeks. I think I had 16,000 followers in 2 weeks, and I was not even posting my face. That period was when I think my dad was critically in the hospital, but I had just set that target that, you know what, I'm going to grow this because I wanted to test. I've tested all the social media platforms. YouTube is the worst. If you are not, you have to
Yeah,
invest too
so
much in YouTube to do a YouTube channel.
is the
YouTube is
worst.
the worst. So
It's the
I've been
worst.
there, I've gone round, and I can tell you this is the only place you can get organic reach for free.
It is, oh.
But the
It is.
thing they're trying to promote here, let me tell you, do you know that they're making more money here?
No, no, no. I
Because
don't
for
have a
me,
problem with
example,
that. I know they
no,
are.
no, 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 understand where I'm coming from first. I want you to understand the concept of TikTok because I joined the community where they were talking about how they were spending money on TikTok. I know people who spend at least 500,000 naira on a monthly basis, but mostly they are not in Nigeria because our cards are restricted. They buy those giftings and everything, and then they gift themselves in the community. That's the way they help themselves.
Exactly.
Because do you know
Exactly.
that people spend time on TikTok? They make their
Yeah.
money on TikTok. They don't go
Yeah.
anywhere. They
Yeah.
promote the platform. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the black communities are promoting TikTok more. The only people who are not allowed in this space is just the Indians because they sell pornography too much. They like
Mm-hmm.
pornography. If you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
these guys will
Mm-hmm.
just come and I'm not saying all of them, but that is what they really do on social media. And this place is like a zero, like nudity is like is on a zero level. People who do it
Exactly.
just do it and then they have a way they do it. So they are promoting community essence. You're connecting to a set of people, you gift them, you join their conversation, you like them, you subscribe to their channel. And that is why it is selling like akara, like they will call it in Nigeria. So I
Exactly.
see it lasting for a very long time because they have beat the rest of the social media platforms.
It's their foundation. Exactly. That's the foundation they laid. So
So
they're only going to
so
build on that
they started with the
foundation.
people in mind. They started with the
Exactly.
people in mind, and people
Exactly.
are spending a lot of money here. People are spending. I'm not gonna lie. I know live sessions where people gift universe. A universe is what, like 300,000 naira. People gifted one, two, three, four. I know organizations that don't have physical meetings, they have online live streams, and that's how they, grow and reach out to
Exactly.
whoever. So it's a big thing here. It's like a different world in TikTok. And
For
the
me,
beauty of it is that you don't need to advertise to grow.
exactly. Organic. See, they
And
call me king of organic marketing. Because I mean, I have a social media mastermind, and one of the things I'm very big on right now is TikTok. Telling them about TikTok, breaking down TikTok to them. Right? I mean, for instance, somebody who is a startup entrepreneur, a small business owner, he or she probably doesn't have that marketing budget, right? But TikTok, I mean, see, let me tell you something. I only took TikTok seriously since 12th of August 2022. 90% of my books have been sold on TikTok. In the last, from 12th of August till now, I have sold 4 properties because I'm a real estate person. I've sold 4 properties through people I met on TikTok. I've been on Facebook since 2009. I've been on Twitter since 2009. I've been on Instagram since 2000 and, was it 2015? Yeah, since 2015. I've been on YouTube since 2013 or 2014. None compares. None of those algorithms compares to TikTok. Now, one of the things I told myself, you see, the default algorithm of TikTok, for anybody coming on TikTok for the first time, maybe you are creating your account for the first time, the default algorithm, truth be told, is videos of skit makers, videos of people who are pranking their parents, videos of twerkers. But you see, you need to understand that it doesn't mean that you cannot re-engineer the algorithm, which is where social media intelligence comes in. And I would like to go further and say it's TikTok intelligence. This is where TikTok intelligence comes in, right? So when you can proactively re-engineer your algorithm, going forward, after you have done the requirement for re-engineering the algorithm, going forward, you're going to be, the algorithm will be suggesting quality people to you. In 2019, when I first came on TikTok, I did not understand how to re-engineer algorithm. I was basically the puppet of the algorithm. I was basically the puppet of the default algorithm of the social media platform I was on. Until, last year, 2 years ago, when I started my social media mastermind, and I began to be more intentional about mastering the architecture of social media platforms, right? And then August last year, I realized that, man, I haven't understudied all the social media platforms. I realized that the best social media platform is TikTok. I don't care what America is saying. I don't care what America is saying about TikTok. I'm talking as an engineer. I'm talking as somebody who understands systems engineering, right? So I know that if anybody can just commit the right way to using TikTok, they can use TikTok to power their personal brand. They can use TikTok to power their businesses. They can use TikTok to foster community building. They can, right? So if maybe right now when you come on TikTok and then you are scrolling, if the content you are seeing is useless content, know that it's your fault. You need to proactively re-engineer. You need to proactively re-engineer the algorithm, the algorithm of your own personal account. Because the default algorithm that they're going to give you, most especially as somebody who is non-Chinese, as somebody whose internet is outside of China, they don't want you to be as intelligent as you can be, right? They want Chinese to be at the forefront of innovation, to be at the forefront of intelligence. right? But the system exists for you to use it, for you to use it as you deem appropriate, as you deem fit. So if you understand systems engineering, if you understand algorithmic re-engineering, you can re-engineer the algorithm, and then it is going forward. It's going to be giving you suggestions of quality people, quality creators, quality influencers, and that is what has been happening to me since I came on TikTok since August.
Seun, let me chip in something. Let me chip in something. I'm sorry. I know Ian Bank. I can't wait to hear what you have to say for the year. Kachi, welcome. Izima Caleb, welcome.
Welcome everybody.
But let me
Welcome
tell you,
Kachi. Welcome
as
Izima.
we
Welcome everybody.
as we're appreciating TikTok, oh, let us still appreciate the generation that helped us to understand the power of TikTok, and it is the Gen Z. Please give them their flowers.
Absolutely.
Don't even forget that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I've been learning from these guys, the Gen Zs.
Absolutely.
These guys
Absolutely.
understand marketing in a different level. I'm not even lying. As in, their brain is always dead. If you look at them, they're very smart. And I tell
True.
you, these guys coming up that call themselves Gen Zs, making money is not a problem for them. The only thing is that they
No.
get carried away with the noise.
Which
But
is
I
why
have learned,
they need the millennials. Which is why they need the
yeah,
conscious millennials like us, like you and I.
okay. Me, I be old school. Oh, I don't pass I know the
No, no,
millennial
no. You are
level.
a millennial. You are a millennial. You were not born.
I no join. I be old
1981.
school.
1981 to 96 is
Ah,
a millennial. 1981 to
irony, you're not a
1996 is
millennial.
millennial.
You're not a millennial if you're in the 80s. I'm not
No,
even
no, no,
lying.
no, no.
But
You
I
are. You
really
are.
respect them.
1981.
No, I'm not.
1981 to 96
I'm
millennial.
excusing myself from the millennials
No,
because
no,
I
no,
feel
no,
like the
no.
millennials too, also they
The
run
last two
with the
decades.
mindset.
I know. See. The
And
last 2 decades of the millennium are millennials, right? And
I'm
from
not part of it.
1981.
I excuse myself. I
No
excuse
problem. No
myself.
problem.
So I'm trying to excuse myself.
No
But I tell
problem.
you, these Gen Zs are very smart. Even when you see their foolishness in the things that they do, for example, this type of pranks they do, these skits that go way overboard, you will still see intelligence in how they do it. You still see
True.
how they
True.
engineer and grow with the algorithm. I mean, I'm not lying. There are people who just come from nowhere, and before you know it, they call them TikTok superstars. Right now, they have award platforms that recognize only people that are growing on TikTok. It is the Gen Z that made it possible, and
True.
I really
True.
give them their flowers. I give
True.
them their
True.
flowers. I think we need to
True.
learn a lot from them, and that is why
Absolutely.
I want to also say this. I feel like when we are having conversations, because I know this is like we're trying to create awareness, we're trying to be very conscious, we're trying to make a lot of sense. Sometimes we need to adapt some flexibility in how we talk so that we don't lose out from communicating with the people we really need to communicate with. Because I feel like sometimes we're a bit too rigid in our communication, and then we kind of were not flowing. We're not flowing, and we need to still take in
Okay,
something from
you're
this Gen Z
you're
as to how
echoing.
they communicate. Because I'm learning a lot from them.
They say you're
Yambang,
echoing,
go
Uche.
ahead. Really? Oh my gosh.
Maybe you should jump off and come back.
I'll drop and come back. Okay, I'll
Okay.
do that now.
Ian Ban, you have the floor. Welcome.
Greetings,
Is
everybody.
is there still an echo? Mr.
Um,
Kachi, is there still an echo?
Not at all, not at all, bro. Not at all.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So go ahead,
I
Ian
think
Ban.
I think it's
Welcome,
stable for
welcome,
now.
welcome.
Thank you.
Finally, I'm live.
This is the first live ever.
Yes, yes, the first live.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you.
No,
We know
it's
you are the mother. You are the mother of all lives.
no. All the lives become what they are because we all add to it.
Exactly.
I just open the space, like I open the door of the house and everybody comes in and bring life to it. So it's wonderful. I'm glad you are able to create this space and you are beginning today. So it's good. It's really good to see that because when I came in on the page, I said, "Mr. Ambassador's live. Let me go in." So it's really really good. But I don't know. Is there a specific topic right now or?
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, this is introduction. I'm going to
Mm,
be coming live 3 times a week.
mm-hmm.
Sundays will be exclusively dedicated to, soul nurture, soul development, soul
Okay.
consciousness, mental consciousness, mental development, sexuality, the development of your body, emotional consciousness, emotional fitness, emotional intelligence, those things, that has to do with your soul, body, mind, and sexuality. Sundays,
Okay.
right? Okay. And then Wednesdays will be dedicated to everything business, everything, whether you're a corporate employee, whether you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, you want to start a business, you're a 9 to 5er, right? You're a corporate employee, and you want to start a business, you want to start a side business, whatever, everything that has to do with, business, entrepreneurship, and making money. That's Wednesday. And then Fridays will be exclusively dedicated to investing. I meet a lot of young people who are not investment conscious, right? And I know people today who are multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, who came from nothing.
Yeah.
And the very first thing they began to do was to pay attention to, the investment intelligence, investment content, investment data, right? And today they are multi-millionaires. I lost my mom when I was 1. I lost my dad when I was 7. I'm a multi-millionaire today because I began to pay attention to real estate, 4 years ago, right? And from then till now, I've been able to not just, enrich myself, I've been able to enrich a lot of people because I was able to give them the information that could help them kickstart their investment journey, right? If
Yeah.
you are an individual in the 21st century, if you're an individual living in a capitalistic environment and you are not paying attention to investment, you are not paying attention to the art and science of investing, you are going to be losing. You're going to be losing a lot, right? And so pretty important, pretty important. So go ahead, share your thoughts with us. What's your thoughts when it comes to the new year 2023? What are the things that you have planned to accomplish? What are your rituals? What are your routines? What are the things that you do to maintain high energy? I would like you to share your thoughts, your unique thoughts with everybody here watching and listening.
Yes. Catchy. Am I still echoing? I can hear a little echo, but it wasn't as intense as before.
I can still hear you echoing. I can.
Okay.
You're echoing
I think you should
from my
jump
angle.
off and come back
Yeah, I'm
on.
going to disconnect and come back.
So, Mr. Kachi, just in all the force, introduce yourself. Tell us about your projections for 2023.
Oh my
Let's hear
goodness.
from
I'm
you.
super excited. I'm super excited to. I think everybody is echoing.
Okay, you know what? I think we should
Cool.
all jump off. Let's go off.
You're echoing.
Let's go off, and then everybody can come back up.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
think that's fine.
So send a request again. Let everybody jump off, and
Yeah.
then we can
That'll
all
be
come back
better.
up.
So follow if you're not following so you could get the live notification.
Whilst Uche is still here, is it still echoing? So that I can know if Uche also needs to still jump off as well. Is it still echoing? Can we
Am
can
I
we can we
echoing?
know in the comment
No, no,
section
no.
if it's still echoing? Is Uche
I can hear
echoing
you.
right
You're not
now?
echoing on my angle.
No, 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 no. I know, but I want to know. Okay, okay, good, good. So, guys, send a request again. Mr. Kronos Roa in the building. I already gave you your flowers before you joined. There are certain people that I'm gonna do things with in this life for a very long time. Kronos Roa is one
Still
of them.
I'm echoing.
Is it echoing? Oh, they say you
Am
are
I
echoing. Please,
echoing?
please, Uche,
Yes.
jump off, jump
I
off,
have to
jump off,
leave.
jump off. Once you jump off, let me know whether I'm echoing. So now that she's off, am I echoing? Can I know if I'm echoing? Am I echoing? Before I accept anybody, am I echoing? Okay, very good. Okay. So please, guys, send a request again. Or I'm inviting you already. So anybody can send requests. This is introduction. Isma says Uche has been jumping. So, Mr. Kachi, go ahead. I'm not seeing Ian Ban here,
All right.
but Mr. Kachi, go ahead. Every other
Thank
person,
you so
kindly mute your
much.
mic.
Thank you
Go
so
ahead,
much,
Mr.
Seun.
Kachi.
Thank you. I'm Caleb. Thank you, Uche. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you guys. Sure, I'm particularly excited about this year life. Um, I'm super excited. I already told you at one point. That's one good thing about TikTok, right? I got in when you guys were talking about it, and how it could actually make you connect like directly and immediately with people that you are probably been looking at from afar. I know I've been your friend on Facebook for a while, if not for a very long time. We have been on Twitter, and reality was, TikTok gave us the opportunity to be able to have like a direct conversation and probably learn of you. And I think that's one amazing stuff that TikTok has really done. It's a new year. Usually for me, what I do is I'm not. Oh my God! I think there's a lot of echo. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Can you guys hear me,
Okay.
please?
We can hear you clearly.
It will
I'm not.
get better. I think
We
it
can
will
hear you
get
very
better.
clearly.
It's actually echoing from my own, but I think it's just the network. Maybe we should just go ahead.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
actually
Oh,
not
okay.
echoing from my end, but I think it's the network. Just keep talking, maybe to get better.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay. So, 2023 is here. For me, usually, I'm not one of those people who come sit and say they are writing goals. It's not like I don't believe in goals. And most times, when I develop a strategy and a system that I want to work with in the year, um, writing my goals are amazing. If I see that there are certain goals I was not able to meet in the previous years, I still ride on those ones. I don't try to overly occupy myself with so many of these rituals that people do going into the new year, because at the end of the day, I still feel like it's the same days, just calendar changing, and 2022 changing to 2023. So I believe that for every one of us, however it works for you, but this is how it works for me, and I don't have to apologize for this, right? So I
Mm.
just feel that the year is going to be a great one for me, and obviously for people like you and coming up life here, which is people like you. I don't think I will see your life and I'll pass by. I will always want to stay there because I know that there's so much to learn from you, and then there's so much that we can share, and. As we go into the new year, we are super excited and trusting that God is going to come through for each and every one of us in the areas where we are expecting Him to come through for us, business wise, family wise, and otherwise. So it's great to be here. It's great connecting with everybody on this live. It's great connecting with you guys. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kachi. Ian Ban, unmute yourself and speak to us.
Well, I don't really have much to add to the conversation other than the fact that technically I'm not celebrating New Year. I am, many of my friends and I are just treating it out like any other day for multiple reasons. One being the fact that the actual New Year starts in March. So that's when we're going to really redirect our vibrations towards what we want to manifest moving forward, because February and January are not part of the actual calendar. They implement them to add to their lunar year. So for that reason, that's why somebody made a comment before saying Happy New Year, and I said we don't celebrate that. Hello. But yeah, if we're not aware of that, we operate according to how nature operates, and nature in springtime activates. The seeds come alive, the flowers, they regenerate. And that's when the new year, quote unquote, resets. And that's when we should really celebrate our new beginnings. But
This is
if
why
we, yeah.
this is why everybody here, see, you need to follow Ian Ban, right? Ian Ban is an ancientologist, right? And I mean, there are many things I know based on um, research. I mean, I'm very, very heavy on research,
Mm-hmm.
ancestral research and things like that. But in some fora, I don't talk about those things because I know that, they probably would think I'm crazy talking about those things. But see, if you want to have the free expression to talk about anything, most especially consciousness wise, right? You guys need to follow Yamban. I'm always on a live, except I have a meeting, maybe with a client, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not live. That's the only time I'm not going to be on a live. Same with Mr. Femi. I'm always on his live. Same with
Yeah.
Chronos Roa. Same with Kachi as well. Right? The only time I will not be on Kachi's live is when they are doing versus. so so I don't have time for that versus thing that they do. Right? But besides that, so Ian Ban is somebody that I recommend. See, I became plant based last year, December. November, all through November, November 1st to November 30th, I went on a 30-day fruit fasting challenge. November
Thank you,
1st to
thank
November
you.
30th. November 1st to November 30th of 2021, I went on a 30-day fruit fasting. Then whilst
Yeah.
I was on that 30-day food fasting, I realized that, man, this is the best decision I can ever make for my mind, for my body,
Mm-hmm.
for my consciousness. So I said that I'm going to go fully plant-based. So from 1st of December 2021 till date, I've been plant-based. What we typically call vegan, right? I'm sure some of you have heard the term veganism, right? Or vegan, right? But plant-based means that you don't need anything other than plants. And then plants in terms of non-GMO plants, right? Traditional crops, traditional fruits, right? So you don't eat anything. I don't eat anything. I don't eat meat. I don't eat fish. I don't eat crayfish because crayfish is nothing other than sea cockroach. That's what crayfish is. I don't eat crabs. I don't eat anything animal. I don't take anything from animal. I don't take milk from animal. If I'm going to take milk, I would rather take um, 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 what's it called? Walnut milk or tiger nut milk. Even though somebody is telling me that tiger nut is hybrid and I'm doing my research. So I prefer to take walnut milk. I'll blend walnuts or I'll chew walnut. It's milk. It doesn't have to be blended for it to do the job of the very same job that dairy consumers do, right? And see, the last 1 year has been the best year of my life, consciousness wise, intelligence wise. When we talk about holistic intelligence, business intelligence, networking intelligence, um, um, marketing intelligence, community building intelligence, it's been phenomenal in the last 1 year, right? So if you guys want to, get information, hands-on information about the kind of food that you can eat. I mean, and when people hear, what's it called now, going vegan or going plant-based, they suddenly start thinking of, oh, I'm going to be lean. No, I know many heavy-bodied people who are plant-based, even though it's not going to be heavy, like heavy, right? But the normal body. I mean, when we talk about BMI, B
Bottom mass
body weight
index,
index,
BMI.
body mass index,
Yes.
right? So the right body mass index you are going to have, even though you are consuming plant based, and there won't be any kind of clogging in your arteries. You are going to be able to think as an intelligent being that you are. You're going to be able to wield holistic intelligence, holistic consciousness. See, you're going to be able to be a perpetual asset to the people in your world, to your family members, to your associates, to anybody. That's the power, the fundamental power of going plant-based. But anyways, Ian, man, go ahead. I just needed to say that about you so people can connect with you. And she has a community, where you pay a token and she's gonna give you a cookbook. She's going to give you a cookbook. She's going to be your mentor for a while till you can stand on your own 2 feet. If you want to transition into plant-based, right? So she's somebody that you should definitely connect with. So go ahead, please.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You always have really, really wonderful things to express, and we we see that and we appreciate it. Now to add to the new year claims, that's the only reason why we hold back until March, because by us really expressing our affirmations now during the practices, us through them through us worshiping them, we literally misappropriate our vibrations towards that. So if we wait and hold our vibration, we can express it with nature, which really enhance the manifestation we want to reap. So that's why we do not celebrate New Year's until March. So we
Madam
just
Nikki, thank
spend
you
them
so much
like
for all
any
the
other
gifts.
days.
Sorry, Ianban.
Uh,
Madam Nikki,
mhm.
thank you for all the gifts. Thank you. I see all your gifts. Thank you. So go ahead,
Yeah,
please.
thank you, Nikki.
Thank you so
Um,
much, Nikki. Thank you so much, Nikki. Receive the love. Thank you.
yeah. Um, so March is when the seeds and the fruits, like they first bear themselves. So because ideally these, like for example, now January doesn't actually exist in nature. So we're just meant to wait, but because they had to do deletion and reselection, they added them so that the lunar year can match up. But if we go back to how nature operates, those 2 months actually don't exist. So that's why our people really need to remember to hold back and then operate the way our nature does. But yeah, if anybody has anything to add to the new year part, go ahead.
Yeah,
But yeah, before we get
yeah,
into the plant-based aspect.
yeah. We'll get into that shortly. Caleb, kindly unmute yourself and you have the floor. Introduce yourself. Let's know who you are. Let's know what your thoughts for 2023 is. And let's know,
All
if you have
right.
any ritual or, any specific things you do to separate your to service your uniqueness as a unique individual. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
According to my
We
time
actually like
zone.
to say grand rising. Anyways, we like to say grand rising. But anyways, go ahead. We understand
Oh,
what you're saying.
Grand Rising. I want to say thank you to everyone. It's a privilege, actually, to be a partaker of this very meeting. I'm not taking it for granted. I woke up this morning and I decided to go to TikTok. Then I stumbled upon this. I said, "Wow, Seun Ambassador!" I have to partake of it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome.
I celebrate. I am Julie Uchi. I celebrate you. The first time I came across you was at Femi Jubal's live, and you spoke like a colossus.
Exactly.
I love
So much love. Thank you.
I love the way you spoke. Thank you. I'm a core member here in Nigeria, and some people say we are not starting life. Some persons say we are yet to start life. But in my own way, I'm not yet. I'm not starting life. I've started already, but I'm just trying to spread my tentacles very
Mm.
in the
Yeah.
place of finance. So I want to say thank you, Uche Inyabound. Thank you, thank you. As for the first time, I heard about Eschatology. I've never heard of such one before. So you're an Eschatology. You are just speaking
You
and
know,
bringing
you
some
know, you
new.
know, Caleb. We as melanated people, right? We are ancient people, and
Yes.
so much narrative have been, propagated, shoveled down our throats by, the misinformationists, right? The non-African misinformationists, right?
Yeah.
And being an ancientology is basically to um, offer you the instruments for reconnecting to your roots, your most authentic roots, basically, right? So go ahead, go ahead.
All right. Thank you for this. I want to say thank you, Yabam. I learned a lot from what you said. As a matter of fact, I will follow you immediately after this meeting. I'm following you, and I hope to keep learning
You
from
can
you.
even follow. You
Uh,
can follow her right now while you're here right now. You can follow her. Just
all
tap
right.
on her image and tap that plus
I'll,
sign. Follow.
I'll do it right away. I'll do it right away. So, my Kachi Richard, I am grateful to have you around. I've not. This is the first time I'm seeing you. Imported. This is the first time I'm seeing you. And for Sashun, you've been mentoring me for a long time. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. You said something today that scared me. You said crayfish is sea cockroach. I'm
Yes,
scared.
sir. Yes, sir. It is. It is what it is. The same way there's cockroach on land, there is cockroach on the sea, and crayfish
Is it
is sea
now?
cockroach. Nothing else.
I want to prepare goosey soup. I'm scared of using crayfish.
Just use sea salt. Just use sea salt.
uh,
My fiance, I love beans. Even though some people are telling
yeah,
me that beans, blah blah blah. But I love beans, right? And I I don't use nothing but salt in my beans,
yeah,
right? And my fiance was surprised that she used only salt and the beans were still tasty, right? But all these people are programmed us to think that we have to put Maggi no, right? We have
yeah,
to put all these other condiments, right? To make but
yeah,
you don't need. Plants have already been cooked by nature, by Mother Nature.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
complete. You don't need to add anything to plants, right?
Oh,
Even herbs, even if it doesn't sound, it doesn't taste, even if it tastes bitter. I mean, you need
yeah,
bitter. Bitters is part of the requirements for activating certain hormones, certain intelligences, certain consciousness. So if all the things that you
yeah,
take are just sweet, sweet, sweet things, then you need to detox. You need detoxification. This is the beginning of the year. Some people
yeah.
need to detox. They need colon detox. They need to detox their entire body, their entire system with some bitters, right? So go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right. So before I say what I have to say, Aniki Solomon, thank you for coming around. I actually have a ritual, and my ritual is to
1 minute, 1 minute,
try.
1 minute, Madam Nikki. I would have really loved for you to come up. Oh. I would have loved for you to come up and say a few words, because you're somebody I respect as well. So
I'll go down. She can come on my spot.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
thank you, because she's about to leave. But Yamba, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back. Um,
I'll be back afterwards after she
okay,
finish.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. My plan. I am actually the CEO of a company that is cryptocurrency based, and we come gather together, trying as much as possible to help people understand, especially the young ones, to understand what it means to invest, to understand the formula of wealth creation. It's a big problem in our generation today. You see, the young ones don't really know what it means to multiply money. They think money is meant to be a matter of appearance. When money comes, they want to get something to appear good and look good. The moment money comes, there's this thing called inferiority complex. When you go to TikTok now, you see people living flamboyantly. And people don't know there's a difference between reality and appearance. So
Exactly.
they are overtaken by the appearance, and they forget about the reality. It's possible for someone to be dressed with Gucci or Armani. You don't know the person went and borrowed it.
Exactly.
You don't know the person went and borrowed it. But that person who is not dressing with Gucci or Armani, there's something in his mind. He has an intention. He has a
and
goal. In
and
the next
and
10,
and and sorry to cut you short. And
yeah,
somebody can buy it. I mean, how much is buying anything? But
yeah,
the thing is, it's not the focus. See, I would definitely want you to join us on Fridays, right? Where we're going to be going deep, in depth into investing. See, I'm not going to be
all
holding
right.
back. Oh. See, the things we're going to be doing on this TikTok, we're not here to play this 2023. People will learn things
So,
that they never knew existed, right? So what I'm going to advise that you do is on Fridays, come and then we'll educate the people. But what I just
yeah,
wanted to chip in is today is dedicated to soul consciousness, spirituality. So we're not really talking about investing today. So, but what I
all
just
right.
quickly want to talk about is chip in is that it doesn't matter what material possession you acquire. That's not the point about investing. The point about investing is if you are acquiring assets, most especially cash producing assets.
Hmm.
I know multi-billionaires. I was, through 4 weeks ago, I was introduced to a billionaire, a multi-billionaire in dollars, a Nigerian.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
person that introduced him to me, or introduced me to him rather, um, was somebody that we met on this TikTok. Is a Navy captain, and he retired
Hmm.
last December. He took me to his office,
Wow.
right? This man is very, very simple. Very simple. Yeah, he has expensive cars. But when you meet him personally, It's very simple. It's not trying to show off anything. It's very simple. So I don't care whether you show off or you don't show up. I don't care. What I want to know is if you actually have cash producing assets, if you have actually acquired cash producing assets, which is what
Yeah.
investing is about, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, just finish up with your line
So
of
much.
thoughts and then I'll
Thank
let
you. And
Nikki talk.
finally, I want to try to see how to read a lot of books this year. A lot of books, books that pertains to the refreshment of the soul. You know, if the mind of a man is not whole, if it's not intact, it affects every other aspect of his life. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I actually lagged behind last year. I didn't do well. I must tell myself the truth. I didn't do it last year. And if there's a way, if you could also recommend some books, everybody
I actually
here,
have
I
a
would.
book. I have a book. I published a book last year March, titled "Personal Discovery Secrets," and it's a powerful book. Well, don't mind me saying it because I'm the author, but I started
Yeah.
my personal discovery journey 2004, and I have read more than 1,000 books. And it was on the back, not just on the books I've read, but my life experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, Madam Nikki said I should end the live and come back. What's happening? Madam Nikki. Okay, Madam Nikki, I've muted you already. I muted you from here.
She says
Okay,
she can hear
But I
everyone
think
talking
it's
at the same.
okay.
Uche, can you hear me
I think
clearly?
it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, can you hear me very well?
Well, you're echoing for a moment. It's just the network. Just keep talking.
I can hear you
Kachi
Just
said
keep
I'm
clearly.
low.
talking.
Oh, okay, cause I saw your comment, Kachi. Yeah. So I have a book titled Personal Discovery Secrets. I condensed massive thoughts. You know, if you are someone who is timid to delve into the rabbit hole of consciousness, don't buy my book. But one thing is sure, if you buy my book, it will awaken your holistic consciousness, your holistic intelligence. I delve into different things. There is nobody that will read my book that will not get a bearing of the navigation of their existential path. There is no way. Because see, someone like I'm someone who is always particular about foundations. I'm always particular about universality. I'm always particular about getting to the root of the matter, right? So I have a book that you can buy. The PDF is 5,000 naira, right? It's on Amazon for $54, but if you buy it directly from me, you buy it for 5,000 naira. But if you're in the diaspora, um, last year I was selling it for $30, but I've decided to reduce it to $15, right? So if you're in the diaspora, you buy the PDF, the ebook for $15, and you just send me an email, and I'll send it. And then in that book, there is suggested reading, powerful books at the end of suggested reading, books that would open up your mind, open up your consciousness, that would chaperone you back to your ancestral existence, your ancestral energy, books that will offer you holistic empowerment in every way possible. I have suggested reading at the end of my book. So just buy my book, then you know the other books that you should buy. If that makes sense, Caleb.
I have to just mute myself so that other persons can speak. Thank you so much. I didn't take this meeting for granted at all.
No problem. No
Yeah.
problem. Wow. Thank you for the gift. Somebody just bought the the 2023 gift. Thank you. So, Madam Nikki, go ahead, unmute yourself, and you have the floor. Madam Nikki, are you there? Let me unmute you. Okay, let me send you. I just sent you a request to unmute yourself. Hello, madam. Oh, madam, thank you, thank you. It was Madam Nikki that bought the Happy New Year gift. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, ma'am. Okay, she says she's trying. What's really happening? Madam, I think you should jump off
Probably
and
the
come back.
network.
I think you should jump up,
Yeah, it's
jump
probably
off
the
and come
network.
back.
Whenever it's like that, it just doesn't work. Yeah.
Madam, just send a request again. Um, you're someone I respect so much, so I definitely
No,
need.
if she comes back, it will be back.
Okay, I think she's coming back now. Before we go to Chronos Roar. So, madam,
Hello, everyone.
welcome, welcome, welcome.
Happy New
Welcome,
Year,
Madam
my
Nikki.
people. Happy New Year.
Yeah, welcome, welcome,
It's
welcome.
so good to connect with you guys. You're here with a
Same here, ma'am.
legend, Seun. The first time he came on my life, I was
Hi,
like,
Nikki.
what an intelligent young man. You know, so you can't win an argument with him. That's number one. And half of the time he knows what he's saying. So I'm proud of you, son, for what you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm proud of you, and I'm happy you've taken your TikTok seriously in this year. So it's beginning of new things for you. You have a lot to give to the youth, to the young people, to our nation. It's just that in the country where we were born, this Nigeria, before you can be discovered as a talent, you have to work hard for it. So, but don't give up. Kudos to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The only thing I'm going to say about New Year resolution and everything is people already know what they want to do. I'm sure nobody comes to life just to play away their life or something like that. But things happen, life happens to people. So as you're going along, you must have, resolved on things you want to do this year. I want to change this, I want to do that, I want to lose weight, I want to travel, I want to make more money, life is gonna happen to you. Okay. So that does not mean you're not focused or you don't know what you're doing. At one point, you're going to feel like, oh no, it's not adding up. I'm going to give up. If we if we reflect on 2022, we had a lot of suicide. Okay, last year in our country alone. If you talk about other countries, we had a lot of deaths caused by suicide. In
Mm,
fact, a friend of mine, close friend of mine, her daughter, who was just 21, took her own life in this UK.
mm, mm.
So, thinking about that, you're going to come across things that would make you want to give up. But all I'm just going to say to everyone here today is before
Madam, are you there?
a lot of people will think you don't know what you're doing. I'm here, but it's breaking.
Okay, go ahead.
Can
We
you
can hear
hear
you
me?
now. We can hear you now, yes.
Oh, we can hear you.
Madam Nikki,
Okay,
we can
it's
hear
like I
you.
can
Go ahead.
hear myself. I can hear myself too. So anyway, it's fine. So that's the thing.
Are you done talking?
No, I'm not done talking. I'm talking. It's just that I'm hearing myself. No, I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay, are you still echoing?
Can you go out and come back again? It will get better when you do that.
Okay, madam, jump off and come
She,
back again.
she says she's echoing. It's echoing. Yes, it
Okay,
happens when the network is clashing, is lagging. Just drop and come back. No,
so
it's
Mr.
it's
While she's
crazy,
coming back, while
sometimes
she's
when you're
coming back,
really deep in this life, it just starts messing.
exactly, exactly. While she's coming back, Mr. Kronos Roa, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. You're someone that's I met in the conscious community, and you're someone who definitely is worth following. So introduce yourself, Mr. Kronos Roa.
King Seun, greetings and great rising.
Okay, okay, okay. 1 minute, Mr. Kronos. Let Madam Nikki is here again. Let her finish with a line of thoughts, and then you can have the floor.
Okay. Thank you, Sean, for the opportunity. So, I'm just advising everyone to be focused this year. Just pursue your dreams. whatever it is you're doing, you want to achieve, just go for it. I remember when I started my coaching session last year, September. Honestly, I've always done all these videos, motivational videos, just because it's something I like doing. I like challenging myself and people. I like talking to people. Like, I didn't know it was going to be that interesting, especially when you're doing something you love, you
You like
really enjoy
you, you
doing.
like you like you like being charitable. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah. So, so honestly, with how far I've gone on it, I can't believe it. The other day I made a video. Within 24 hours, it had 500,000 views. And I'm like, wow, you know? So you never know what you can do until you try. And I have about 100 and something people that I'm coaching from Nigeria and the UK, and, people who believe in what I've got and they're following me faithfully. So don't ever give up. If you're a rising star, don't let anything dim your light. I know it's good to pray. Like I always say to my people that I coach, I pray a lot, but we can't depend on prayers all the time. Like you have to work out. Even the Bible we read says that prayers without good works is vain, you know. So we need to like move. We need to like move, keep going. Don't let anything stop you. People are going to criticize what you're doing sometimes. People will be like, oh, no, sometimes when I go on my videos, if I look some of the negative comments, I just ignore them. I just keep pushing, you know. So you're going to have the naysayers. And those naysayers are the people that will make you exactly what you're supposed to be because they are giving you constructive criticism, but in a negative sense, but not knowing that they are helping you to grow. Okay. So I
Exactly.
just want everyone to be focused. That's all. Life is going to happen to you in 2023. Yes, it's going to happen. You will come across challenges, things will happen. Especially to you, Seun. I'm also saying to you, take your time, grow your TikTok, keep doing what you're doing, get more people involved, the youth especially. Okay. Just their mind is what we need to captivate. We need to get their minds, redirected because the way Nigerian youth they are going about making money is so sad, you know. It's so
Yeah.
sad. This is what we need to address in our community as a country. All right. So
Yeah.
just get the youth involved in what you're doing so they can know there
Absolutely.
are other ways of making money, not just the hard way, the fast lane.
Absolutely. Absolutely, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So
People who know me off social media, and those who have been, those who have stumbled upon me, on Facebook, because I've been on Facebook since 2009, and Twitter and Instagram, they know the stuff I'm made of, and they know that I'm not someone who starts something and then halfway abandon it. It doesn't happen, and it's one of the reasons why I eventually pivoted into becoming Africa's first holistic entrepreneurship coach, right? Because I see that a lot of our young people don't understand how to become a holistic human being, right? How to be mentally mature, spiritually mature, emotionally mature, entrepreneurially mature, um, sexually mature, and every other way possible, economically mature, right? So, Madam Nikki, she's a lifestyle coach. If you need someone who can hold you by the hand, um, planning to travel or relocate to the UK. She's been in the UK for more than 2 decades. She definitely is somebody that you should connect with. Um, and yeah, I'm not a fan of relocating, so she has tried to persuade me to at least visit the UK, but I told her I'm going to think about it because there's so much work to be done in Nigeria, right? So
exactly, that's true.
yeah. So thank you so much, Madam Nikki. Do you still
Yeah.
want to stay here, or are you jumping off?
I'm jumping off now because I've got things to do.
No problem, madam. No problem,
But
madam.
I love you guys. Have a happy new year. Have a good one and keep dreaming. Don't stop dreaming, please. Don't stop.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yaban, God bless you. I like your 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 belief, your line of thought and everything. I want to follow you more to know more. I like to, know more about other people's way of life. So God bless you all. Caleb, see you soon. All of you, Uche, Kachi, imported. God bless you all. She'll
Thank you,
take
man.
care, okay?
No problem, man. You too, man.
So please, me, I am always the host. I don't know how to be a member of, so take me off.
Okay, no problem, man. It's okay, man.
All right.
Okay, Kronos, you have the floor. You have the floor. Ian Bam, I'm inviting you back. And any other person can send a request. Send a request if you have something you'd like to say. In terms of, we're just starting a new year. In the conventional sense. What are your plans for 2023? What are the things that you want to accomplish in 2023? Let us know. So, Miss, you have the floor. I see Bantu woman here. Bantu woman, I've already given you your flowers, right? You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Mr. Kronos, did he jump off?
Maybe I
Bantu
think he
woman,
did.
Bantu woman, welcome.
Hi, Sean. Nice to be in your life for
Thank
once.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. 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 I know for some of us in a conscious community, we don't celebrate the conventional New Year, right? But we operate in the conventional ecosystems, right? So, um, what are your plans? What are your rituals? What are the things that you? What are your projections for 2023? I'm talking to you now, Bantu woman. What are the advice you can give to young people? What are the universally aligned rituals that you practice to guard against energy vampires? The things that you do to service your holistic intelligence, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, um, economically, and otherwise, right? So, introduce yourself to my people, and you have the floor, Bantu woman.
Well, thank you, Sean. As you can see, my name is Bantu, and for me, I don't really have a ritual or something that I do that I practice, but what I do for myself is to better myself, to become better than I was the previous year. um, to keep evolving my soul so that it grows, it keeps on growing. Um, and also, I find that when you do that, there's sort of like a protection that comes over you. Certain people fall off, certain places you don't find interesting anymore, certain friends and relationships just fall off, because you've no longer on the same energetical vibration with those people that you once connected with. So the more you grow spiritually, the more sort of like you are protected, there's sort of like a protection that comes over you. um, when you don't look for drama and you don't look for trouble, trouble won't go finding you. But I also find that when you're conscious and aware, at times you look for trouble even when it's not your intention. Some people are threatened by your conscious thinking.
Absolutely.
So for me, it's always best to just keep on evolving yourself, keep on learning from others, even on things that I already know. I just learn the more. I can never tell myself that I know this to a certain. I find that even on things that I already know, I learn something new. So it's best for you as an individual to open yourself to knowledge, and knowledge will open itself to you. It always does that. That's what I find for
Absolutely.
myself. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
it's bettering myself, and and being fearless, being fearless, bettering myself, speaking up for myself, and connecting with those who are in the same alignment with me. And I find that once I do those things, um, other things just fall into place, financially, spiritually, because I'm constantly evolving as a soul. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. And people need to understand. People ask me, so what religion do you practice? First, I say I'm an African. I don't need to practice any religion, right? And then secondly, I say my religion is being perpetually committed to becoming a better version of myself every single day of my existence. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. So I am going to be proactive about it, because growth is intentional. Growth is not automatic. Growth is proactively done. Growth is intentional. The only thing that is automatic is your age. I mean, we know people who are in their 40s and who are not so intelligent, who do not have any real information to offer. If you become committed to growth, if you become committed to your holistic growth, right? 100 years is not enough to even scratch the surface of the archive of ancestral data. 100 years is not enough. You are not even going to tap into up to 0.0000001% of available holistic data, right? So if somebody is in their 40s and they are not proactively growing, it's possible for somebody who is 14 years old to display more emotional maturity, more mental maturity than them, right? So growth is definitely intentional, and I'm open to learning. I'm open to learning from anybody. Knowledge is no respecter of nobody, right? Knowledge, most especially real knowledge, not the illusion of knowledge, not the fake ass knowledge that um, the misinformationists have given to us. Not that kind of knowledge. I'm talking about real knowledge, real empowering knowledge, the kind of knowledge that reconnects you with your ancestry, the kind of knowledge that empowers you to become a better version of yourself, to evolve into a better version of yourself, the kind of knowledge that gives you the opportunity to empower another human being, right? So yeah, thank you, Bantu Woman, for joining. Mr. Femi, I'll really like you to join us. I'll really like you to join us because you are a dispensation, and for the next few minutes we are going to be ending this live. And like I said, I'm going to be coming live 3 times a week. I've been live since 10 a.m. 10 a.m. GMT plus 1. That's 10 a.m. Nigerian time, GMT plus 1. And this is 11:49 a.m. So the plan is to go live for 2 hours and not go more than 2 hours, right? Because I'm going to be coming live 44 times this year on Sunday. I'm going to be coming live 44 times this year on Wednesday. I'm going to be coming live 44 times this year on Fridays, right? So 44 Sundays, 44 Wednesdays, 44 Fridays, right? So I try my best to not go live more than 2 hours per episode, right? So really, I'd like Mr. Femi to come and share some few thoughts. Next week Sunday, we're going to be talking about generational traumas, how people inherit generational traumas, and how the proactive things they can do to heal and dissolve this generational trauma, right? Yeah, thank you, Bantu Woman. Thank you. We're going to do a lot this year. So, generational traumas is what we're going to be demystifying next week Sunday. And then the next live I'm going to be coming on will be on Wednesday. And this will be dedicated to, business, entrepreneurship, personal development. Those are the things we're going to be discussing. So we have about 10 minutes. For those of us that are here, any final thoughts? And please, um, you know, have a date with me. And for everyone here, if you go live, I'm definitely also going to come live. I'm going to join your live, right? Most especially if you're discussing something important. If I come on your live and it seems that you're not really discussing something important, I probably will jump off. Right. So any final words? Ian Ban, any final words? Kachi, any final
Um,
words?
well,
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
glad you finally opened this space. So I'm looking forward to the future conversations. Did you say what Tuesdays and Sundays and Wednesdays? What days?
Yes, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay,
Sundays,
Sundays,
Wednesdays,
Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Fridays.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
Sundays,
Oh.
Wednesdays, and Fridays.
No. Wonderful. But yeah, no. It's all. I don't have any other questions, but I'm excited for future conversations. Definitely.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Evan. I really, really
Thank
appreciate
you.
what you do with your community. You are amazing, right? And I must give you your flowers. You are young, but you are so intelligent. You are so interested in community building. You are so
Mm-hmm.
interested in recrafting the narrative, the African narrative, right?
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for doing that, and I'll always be an asset to your community. I
I
promise you that.
know. It's set. It's very. It's good. That community is just gonna be thriving. So it's all good. We have good people that are intentional, and that's what matters. So yeah, I appreciate your space and the the perspective you bring always.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yeah.
you. So
Thank you.
Caleb, final words.
I want to say thank you. I appreciate what you have brought to us this morning. I must tell you the truth. I learned a lot. I have learned a lot. Thank you so much. I learned from the wisdom of Yamba. I learned from the wisdom of Maniki, Uche, Imported, Kachi. I'm so grateful, and I am not taking it for granted. I want to assure you that by the ending of this year, you will see another version of me.
That's the goal. That's the goal,
Yes.
bro. That's the goal, bro. Thank you so much for joining. And please, for subsequent lives, see, I'm not an entertainer, right? I don't entertain. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not on TikTok to entertain. I mean, there are countless people's accounts or countless people's content which is strictly entertainment. You know, if anybody needs entertainment, they can go there, right? This is education. This is an educational platform for execution. So in between education and execution, there is diagnosis. So we are going to diagnose problems on the live. So anybody can come live. See, don't come live to rant. We are not here to rant. We are not. This is not for we are not. This is not ranting. This is education. You educate me, I educate you. If there's a problem that we need to tackle, we diagnose that problem and we provide solutions to it. That is what my life is going to be dedicated to, right? So I'm not an entertainer. I'm dedicated to education, entrepreneurship, execution, investing, spirituality, sexuality, right? So that is what my life will be about. And if you gravitate towards that, then join the conversation. You are free to send a request to join live, and if you have any question, you are free to come live. If you have any contribution, you are free to join us live. We rise by lifting others, right? So, Bantu woman, final words.
It's very interesting being in your live, Sean. I'm looking forward to being into your space. I'm looking forward to seeing you host, yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more from what you have to say. But in final thoughts, I really have nothing to say currently. But yeah, I just want us as Black people to just keep on growing, keep on learning. You can never stop learning. To me, it feels like the minute you stop learning, it's like you're just going to unalive yourself. It's like death to
You
me.
start dying. You stop
So
learning, you
keep
start dying. True.
yeah, so keep learning, keep evolving your mind, keep nurturing your soul, learn the more, learn, never stop learning, even on the things that you think learn the more. And question everything, question the truth, question lies, question everything. Don't just take things at face value and say, this is a fact. Just learn. investigate for yourself, learn from your own people, and yeah, that's how you keep on growing. That's how we change this world, as the world that we live in as Black people. So keep learning, and I want to be more in your spaces, Sean. So
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you. Thank
be
you
I'll
very
be
much.
coming in more.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So Sundays dedicated to Sundays, will be dedicated to spirituality, soul nurture, soul development, sexuality, mentality, mind nurture, mind building, emotional consciousness building, emotional intelligence building, emotional fitness, everything that has to do with body, soul, and spirit, right? Body, soul, spirit, mind, sexuality. Sundays. So the next time we're going to be coming up live is Sunday for this. But the next time I'm coming live is on Wednesday, right? I'll be live on Wednesday. Um, and I will send you guys a memo, for those of you who joined, and for others who are following me, I'll send a memo. Let's come learn from one another how to, chaperone our path economically in 2023. How we can make our first 1 million, how we can make our first, 10 million, how we can make our first 100 million, right? And in a way that doesn't hurt any other human being, right? Because capitalism is hurting the world, no doubt about that, right? So we have to now come up with a buffer effect to capitalism, because we live in a world where we need to buy everything that we need, right? If you're going hungry, you need food, you buy food. Clothing, you buy it with money, right? Whatever, you pay your rent, with money. Whatever, you fuel your car, So you definitely, you feed your children, you clothe your children, you pay school fees for your children, you take your children on outings, right? Whatever, you subscribe to data and all things capitalistic in nature, right? So we definitely must proactively learn how to make money, and that is what Wednesday will be dedicated to, right? Business growth, starting an entrepreneurial journey or whatever, everything around business, and even folks who work in 9 to 5 as well, corporate employees, right? You learn how to be a better employee, you learn how to start a side business and things like that. So that's what Wednesday will be dedicated to. And then Fridays will be dedicated to investing. Anyone can kickstart their investment journey. Trust me, when I kickstarted my investment journey, I was in a debt of more than 2 million naira. So you can't say that because you don't have money that you should not be interested in investing. No, you can't say that only people who were born in rich homes that should be interested in investing. No, you start with acquiring information first, investment conscious information that would awaken your investment consciousness. There is no way you're going to become wealthy in a capitalistic ecosystem, in a capitalistic world, without you paying attention to investing. Yeah, Wednesday will be 10 a.m. I'm still test running with the time right now. Today was 10 a.m. Wednesday too will be 10 a.m. as well, right? So and then Friday as well will be 10 a.m. So I'm test running it. So if you guys feel that there's a better time that I should choose, just send me a message. Send me a message, but it's going to be 10 a.m. as well. 10 a.m. GMT plus 1. And let's have these discussions and all. GMT plus 1. Anthony, GMT plus 1. So yeah, thank you everybody. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the love. This was the first live and it was successful. It was successful. And I'm going to preserve that momentum, or even maybe, take it to the next level. Take that momentum to the next level. Take that energy to the
Yes,
next
take it
level.
to the next level for real.
So thank you everybody. I love you all. So I see you on Wednesday, 10 a.m. GMT plus
Bye,
1.
Sean.
Salute to everybody.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
And thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift.